So let's look at what are the sources of conflicts. Now there are 5 sources of conflicts that usually are recognized. Everywhere you will find these are the 5 sources because of which all the conflicts will be there. The first one is organizational change. Any kind of change that happens in the organization will give rise to some kind of conflict within the organization or the other. You change systems, you change processes, you change products, you change markets, you change customers, you change teams, you change team leaders. Any kind of change that occurs in the organization will give rise to a conflict. The first source of conflict is organizational change. The second source of conflict is personality clashes. Right? I don't like him. I don't want to see his face. He's a pathetic human being. Right? These kind of biases and these kind of opinions which I have about other people, when I start labeling people as, good, bad, ugly, it gives rise to personality clashes. Then these two people don't see an eye to an eye and they don't work together, and then everything falls apart. So personality clashes is the second reason why conflicts occur in the organization. The third reason is related to one of the earlier topics that we discussed. If people do not trust each other, that means if there is distrust, there will always be a conflict. If I think that you are not working for my interest, or you are working so that you win but I lose, if that's the kind of insecurity that is built in my mind, I will never work with you with an open mind and in a collaborative fashion. So the entire objective of working in team will go for a toss. The third reason of distrust is extremely critical, and as leaders, you need to pay attention to this reason if you really want the diversity to work for your benefit. The fourth source of conflicts is faulty communication. If my command over language is not good, if I use wrong words, if I use wrong sentences, wrong way of communicating things, it creates huge amount of conflict. Right? Because the way in which you speak those words and the way in which those words are understood by other person can be completely different. And then because of that, misunderstandings happen. Misunderstandings give rise to, if those are not cleared immediately, those misunderstandings give rise to personality clashes. And again, things can go wrong very badly. Last but not the least, the fifth source of conflict is values. What are your values? If there is a clash between my values and your values, there will be a huge conflict. Then we will never be able to agree on anything. There will never be any kind of consensus. These are 5 elements, these are 5 sources that we need to be very, very careful of if we want to work on resolving conflicts and most importantly, if we want conflicts happening within the organization to work for our benefit.